Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored to bring these people on stage for our men's panel. Please welcome Raheel, Rob, Murph, Dee, Frank, and Jeff.
Clap, 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 clap. Hey.
What's up, JBY?
What's up, DC?
So as men, we constantly have to remind ourselves that our story is important. And I'm so honored to share the stage for 2 years in a row with some amazing people. So we're going to take a moment to shine on them. Raheel, you know, our weight loss journey is not just sunshine and rainbows. What advice would you give someone who's facing a setback in their journey?
Oh yeah, for sure. So really quick, Raheel Siddiqui lost about 195 pounds. Feel great to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Really appreciate it. Setbacks, I always tell people, if people know me, if you don't, follow me at Raheel the Speaker. I have a saying, it's called walls. We all have them in life, speaking of adversity, and either you run away from them or you run right through them. And I feel like that is the true definition of how you find success, goals, and dreams. Every time you have a wall, you have to find a way to break it and get to the other side of it. It's going to be hard, it's going to be tough, but it's about how bad you want it, how bad do you want to get there. I've had so many setbacks, I've quit so many times, I've failed so many times, I've cried so many times. You're not going to imagine it, from 405 pounds to 210 pounds. I mean, it's been an unbelievable ride the last 13 years. Shout out to my wife who's in the back, beautiful. So thank you for that. She's my inspiration, her and my son back home. But to all of you, you guys are all amazing. Just remember one thing. When those days you don't want to get up, those days you don't want to work hard, those days you are crying and you feel like you can't get to that goal or that dream or that success, just remember why you started in the first place. And have to shout out, last but not least, to the late, great Kobe Bryant. It's not the destination, it's the journey. Appreciate it, love it, live it, own it, and it's yours. It belongs to you and you alone. So fight for it every single day because you're worth it, always.
Yes, yes. All right, Rob, so there are a bunch of male accounts out there targeting their journeys and sharing their journeys with people. What makes you and yours different?
So I think for me, it's 4 main things that made things a bit different for me. So number one, I'm a male. For me, you know, obviously we are. I'm a male, I'm young, I'm active, and I'm Asian. Thank you. We got one, guys.
We got one.
We got one.
Found a second one.
As a 390-pound man on 15 different medications, walking with a cane or in a wheelchair at 36 years old, I didn't want anything more than to be better for my kids and my family. And it was very difficult for me to look out on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere and find someone who looked like me. Yes. And so it was hard. And you know, when I created my website, my page, I actually didn't want to initially, but my wife is the one who talked me into it because she said I had the power to inspire other people with my story and where I'm coming from. And just to give a bit of a shout out to my man over here, Murph, that's why we created the waiting table. We created the waiting table so men can see other men doing well and excelling and being successful with their journey, whether it's Murph, whether it's myself, or whether it's any of these men out here. So I guess I didn't answer that question, but everyone here they're winners for sure, man.
Love it, love it. Give it up.
Hi, Murph. The only thing that shines brighter than your jewelry is your authenticity. Why is that important that you share that?
To me, it's important because in sharing my story, and after meeting Rob and Rob's, both these Robs, you know, coming to my side, being in my corner, helping me out, and I realized I'm not alone in this community as a man. I definitely wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you two. And I want to share my story so that one person hears it and decides to take their life back and decides to do something to save themselves, and that it can be done. And so every time we share a story, every time I share my story, I'm hoping that there's one person out there that hears my story and says, man, I can, this guy is inspiring. And I think the only way to do that is to be genuine and to be honest and to cry and to share our real, true emotions. Because, I mean, come on, we're men. But real men cry.
Yeah. All right, everybody, D is here. D, fitness is such a big part of your journey. Talk about how fitness has impacted the way that you tell your story after surgery.
Fitness has become pretty much my life, and it's because it's changed how I treat myself. All my life, I was everything for everybody else. All I wanted to do was please people, take care of everybody else, and I left absolutely nothing for myself. And I had no faith in myself, no trust in myself, because I had broken so many promises to myself. And fitness became that every day that I wake up, I kept a promise to myself, and I believed in myself more and more every single day. And so it's just, thank you. And so it feels good to every day when I'm driving from one gym to another, look in the mirror and be like, I did that shit. I kept the promise to myself yet again, and I'm way more better for the world being that I can show up for myself. So it just means the world to me to be able to keep the commitment. Thank you.
Frank, I'm always proudest of how you show up in your communities and your spaces. What role has community played in your journey?
So when I first started my journey, I started following people on Instagram that were so inspiring to me. I mean, all these women out here that have taken such a journey and so amazing. It's almost unbelievable, right? It's almost unbelievable what everybody has done with themselves to better themselves or to make themselves feel better. And in that time, I joined Our Sleeve Life podcast. At the time, I think there was only two guys on there at the time, maybe three. But holy smokes, did I learn a lot from all the women on that podcast. Things I didn't want to know. Yeah. Things I did want to know. And because of the community, because of all of you out there, I felt I was better prepared for surgery and better prepared for what was to come after surgery than I ever could have been through my doctor or seen any therapists or any counselors or anything else. And over the past 18 months, I have made amazing friends. I have gotten to know a lot of people that have changed my life and helped encourage me to keep going, even if you don't know it. Even if it's just your picture on Instagram, your side-by-side picture on Instagram. Yes, clap, because those pictures, I'm surprised I'm still married, because I'd be like, honey, look at this, holy crap. And of course, it was all the girls in their underwear, because that's what they do, is but that's what encouraged me to keep going. It's what made me not scared to have the surgery, is this community and everybody out there that, even if you don't make contact, your pictures, your story helps everyone push through this. So thank you to all of you out there.
Jeff, you already know that this journey is not an easy one. And when you think you've heard all the stories, when you think you've got it all figured out, there's still a lot of things that surprise you. So in your journey, what's been the most surprising thing?
I have a couple, but I'm pretty sure, did I win the lottery of being the heaviest here? I was 490 pounds. Am I heaviest?
561.
Oh. Well, listen, we're playing by golf rules now, so.
Just a couple, it doesn't matter. Do you think?
It's about, I was surprised the amount of confidence I was able to gain in 14 short months. I lost 208 pounds now. Yeah. I was also surprised to find such a community online here. I went through, I know I needed a community when I first started looking into bariatric surgery, and I went to Overeaters Anonymous, and that was a shit show. And then I took to TikTok, which was, TikTok, come on, all three of us, come on. Yes, all right. And just finding that community, and all of you wonderful people have been awesome. Another surprise was being able to be more active and fit for my kiddo. I have a 12-year-old, and she has to chase after me nowadays, so that's good. And maybe one day I'll take her to see Murph's Harry Potter house. That'll be fun for her, yeah. Yeah, let's hear it for that. And I think most importantly was how much fitness became a thing for me. Like, I'm addicted to the gym now. I go 4 to 5 times a week. We lift heavy. We get in our cardio here and there. I plan on coming back for the men's fitness category next year. Get the guns rolling.
Gun show tickets are being pre-sold.
And finding that adventure in fitness. I couldn't get up and down 3 stairs before. I would just be winded or trying to tie shoes. Just now I'm kayaking and whitewater tubing and all kinds of adventures. So, ziplining, that's it. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Craig, what else have we missed as part of the men's journey?
I'm the wild card here tonight. That's a hard question. I think as part of this bariatric community, we didn't realize what we were missing before surgery. What we were missing in our lives, the people that were around us, and the connections that we've now made because of what we put out in social media or being more confident in ourselves. I now have one of my best friends that I met through TikTok, Katie, that has supported me through everything. And I didn't know I needed that. It gave me confidence being able to share my story and my journey. I don't see a lot of men. We have some great men up here, but there's not a ton of men bariatric, and there's not a lot of gay. I am unapologetically open and honest with the good, bad, and ugly, and the support that I've gotten from that and I've seen from others is amazing. So that's it.
I want to thank all the men who share their stories and the countless other ones who are out there. Know you're not alone, and know that all that you do means the world to me in this community. Thanks, everyone. Let's have a great rest of our night.